6 lies women tell, and how to respond like a man of value. Let's start with a brutal truth. If you've ever felt like you were only getting half the story, you were probably right. Because women don't just lie with words. They lie with silence, with vague answers, with carefully timed delays. And while you're second-guessing yourself, the damage piles up. Trust erodes, respect disappears, and you wake up living in a fog of doubt. That's not love. That's manipulation. But here's the good news. Every lie leaves fingerprints. If you know where to look, you can spot it. And if you know how to respond, you stop being the one who's played and start being the one who sets the frame. In this breakdown, I'll reveal the 6 most common lies women tell, the psychology behind them, and the exact ways to respond so you protect your dignity without playing detective. Triangular flag lie number 1. She answers a question with another question. You ask, "Where were you last night?" Instead of giving a straight answer, she flips it back. "Why are you asking me that?" Or "What makes you think I was anywhere else?" That's not curiosity. That's a stall tactic. When someone gets caught off guard, the brain scrambles. And the fastest way to buy time is to throw the spotlight back on you. Here's the psychology. Truth is quick. Lies need time to cook. The mistake most men make? They take the bait. They start explaining themselves, justifying, even apologizing for asking the question. Boom, you've handed her the power. Backhand index pointing right the fix. Hold your ground in silence. Look her in the eye. Count to 5 in your head. Don't repeat the question. Don't explain yourself. Let the silence hang heavy. A truthful woman will fill that space with clarity. A liar? She'll circle the drain. Because here's the point. You're not chasing answers. You're watching whether she respects you enough to answer directly. And respect, my friend, is non-negotiable. Triangular flag lie number 2. She gives vague answers. You ask, "Who were you with?" And she just says, "A friend." If it were innocent, a name would have slipped out without hesitation. Vagueness isn't mystery, it's a shield. Here's the psychology. Liars avoid details, because details can be checked. The less specific she is, the safer she feels. But let's be clear. Vague answers aren't neutral. They're intentional. A partner who respects you wants to reassure you, not leave you in the dark. Backhand index pointing right the fix. Calmly push for clarity. Ask, "What's your friend's name?" Then stop talking. Don't argue. Don't accuse. Let her fill in the blanks, or reveal her hesitation. And remember this rule. Every time you accept a half answer, you teach her that half answers are enough. Every time you calmly ask for details, you teach her that clarity is the baseline. Because secrecy isn't privacy, it's a wall. And walls kill intimacy. Triangular flag lie number 3. She takes too long to respond. We live in a world where people check their phones every 5 minutes. So if your message sits there for hours while she's posting on social media, don't lie to yourself she had time. She just didn't have time for you. Here's the psychology. Truth doesn't need rehearsals. Lies do. The longer the delay, the more likely a story is being built behind the scenes. Most men panic. They double text. They beg for attention. And just like that, they flip the power dynamic. Backhand index pointing right the fix. Never chase. If she takes 5 hours to reply, you take 5 hours to reply. No angif. No drama. Just mirrored energy. The lesson? Track patterns, not excuses. Everyone misses a text once in a while. But if delays become consistent, that's data. You're not the priority. And here's the real gut punch. When a woman truly cares, she doesn't wait. She wants to connect. Silence is also a message. Triangular flag lie number 4. Her body language betrays her. Words can be polished. Messages can be delayed. But the body doesn't lie. When she lies, her nervous system fights back. Watch for avoiding eye contact, fidgeting, crossing arms, hiding hands, or touching her face. These are not quirks, they're stress signals. Here's the psychology. Lying creates inner conflict. The mouth says one thing, but the body screams another. Backhand index pointing right the fix. Don't overanalyze single gestures. Look for clusters. Compare her relaxed baseline to how she acts when pressed for clarity. If her body stiffens while her words smooth over, believe the body. Because at the end of the day, words may change, but the nervous system always tells the truth. Triangular flag lie number 5. Her story keeps changing. One week it's dinner with a friend. The next, it's drinks with coworkers. Later, it wasn't dinner at all. Which version do you believe? Here's the psychology. Truth never changes. Lies require maintenance. That's why liars trip over their own stories. Most men let these inconsistencies slide because they don't want to seem paranoid. But every time you ignore it, you let her rewrite history. Backhand index pointing right the fix. Take note of the first version. Calmly point out any later changes. That's not what you said before. Then stop talking. Silence will do the heavy lifting. Because inconsistency isn't bad memory, it's bad honesty. Triangular flag lie number 6. She guards her phone like Fort Knox. In today's world, the phone is the modern diary. If she never lets it out of sight, angles it away, or panics when you pick it up, that's not privacy, it's paranoia. Here's the psychology. An honest person treats the phone like a tool. A dishonest one treats it like a weapon. Backhand index pointing right the fix. Don't demand her password or play detective. Just observe. Her reaction to you simply holding her phone is all the evidence you need. Because if she can share a bed but not a phone for 2 minutes, the problem isn't technology, it's trust. Brain the strategy. What to do about the lies. Spotting lies is only step 1. The real test is how you handle them. Here's the 4-step strategy. Understand why she lied. Some lies come from fear of hurting your feelings. Others come from protecting her freedom at your expense. Don't treat them all the same. Ask, why wasn't the truth an option? Trust your instincts. Your gut is data. It picks up microsignals before your mind does. Stop gaslighting yourself. If you feel something's off, write it down. Over time, you'll see the patterns. Confront with composure. Don't explode. Don't avoid. Use short, undeniable questions. Did this happen? Yes or no? Then let silence force the answer. Confrontation isn't aggression. It's leadership. Decide your boundaries. If lies continue, you must choose. Rebuild on truth, seek counseling, or walk away. Because the man who tolerates lies loses dignity. And dignity is the foundation of everything. Direct hit final message. The lies themselves aren't the real danger. The danger is when you ignore them. Because every time you accept manipulation, you trade respect for comfort. But here's the truth. Men who demand honesty don't just protect their relationships, they protect their life force, their peace, their focus, their purpose. So don't settle for half-truths. Don't live in denial. Don't explain away red flags just because you fear conflict. You deserve honesty. You deserve respect. And if you're not getting it, you have the power to walk away and build a life where you do. Because in the end, lies don't just test her character. They test your standards.